That's have it.
Hey everybody, it's the coach.
We are sandwiched between
cares,
Fort Worth
bro.
and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Tonight, on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Damn.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. Connects here with a tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where he, their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
A 1st carry now for Thompson. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Open man, it's Vernon Davis. That one good for 24 yards. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On the ground, Geis. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Again, Geis. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. On 3rd and goal, Haskins. This is caught. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
This is taken at the 3. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about.
Defense
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. 1st and 10 out near midfield. Now Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
It's caught inside the 25.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. It looks so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Jason Witten, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott letting, and that is caught. It's Witten for the Cowboy touchdown. Jason Witten there to make the grab. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for 2. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a quick pass to Richardson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. That's a strong running. A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. Oh, he's looking long for Witten. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play here for Dallas. 42 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offensive coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover and put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. The 1st down carried by Elliott doesn't amount to much as he'll get forward for about a couple. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. and reading your keys. You always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? They sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Looking for the end zone. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
This has to be great for the psyche of this offense. Presented with bad field position, they didn't let it stop them. They rolled downfield and scored a touchdown.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Prescott now, and he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get them to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Thompson. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. On 2nd down, Peterson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Haskins. It's caught by Davis. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey,
writing down your ad.
If you print, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And out across midfield, down to the 45. It's a gain of 35.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
The 1st down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's 2nd down. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Draw play, Elliott. And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He's got it at the 15. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now Elliott. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here, because if you do get it intercepted and it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we reach halftime, and just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. He juked him. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Here's Prescott. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jason Witten, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
To Thompson on the draw. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They go with Thompson again. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Go to Marcus.
Throwing now. Haskins on 1st down. And he hits the tight end. It's Davis. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On 2nd and inches. Haskins was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd down.
Last net back there.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. He needed less than a foot. He didn't get a whole lot more than that, but he did get the 1st down.
Well, he and his offensive line created enough push where if he was able to just fall forward as he was able to there, that would pick up the 1st down. As you noted, didn't need a whole lot. Didn't get much more than that.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Second and 10. Here's Haskins again. And finding Davis here, the tight end. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The Redskins on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Haskins to throw. Completes it to Davis.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Hopkins' kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep. Those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down. Prescott now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. He's going to take a shot for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Scored again, baby.
Jason Witten, 26 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get to the end zone as well.
And he will step out of bounds. Oh, what a mistake there. And the 2-point try will be unsuccessful. Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Redskins. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw again on 2nd down. Haskins, open man is Quinn. He completes it. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it there to Vernon Davis, the tight end. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
All right, cool.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 14. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Haskins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Sure.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. The 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. A little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
But go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over. It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on second and goal. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. So they've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard? And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeak.
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. It's caught inside the 5. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
Partner, they're up big. They snap the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT, yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
On first down, it's Haskins. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Jalen Smith gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
54, come on, 54, check, 54.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week and just keep winning.
They will.
I won.
Nice.
Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay, tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay.
Welcome in, everybody.
Well, Coach, the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New York Giants and the Detroit Lions. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Just
180. Mark 27. You better be afraid of me.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. He'll have a first down past the 40. And now running right through it. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss. But with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
That's scary.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. Now to Galladay on the jet sweep. Dances by him. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Other mid?
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college,
I don't know, baby. Hold on, give me a second. Baby, look how my hair is. Death is back. Back again. Something like that.
Into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success. How about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. And we look now at the defense for the Giants.
Leonard Williams was one of the top draft picks coming out of USC. He's done nothing to diminish the comparisons people make of past greats.
They're going to run the jet sweep on 3rd down. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions
got touchdown,
right down and score on the opening drive.
Boom.
CD, that caught. It's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
Caught that shit too.
In the end zone. So
2-point conversion, but they got 2 extra
They
points.
get 2 instead of 1 on the fake, and it's an 8-0 ball game. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
What's up, Zach?
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. The completion good for 3 and it's 2nd down. Here's the offense, and we give you too much power here. We let you highlight the player. Why'd you choose Zeitler?
Because I think the big guys up front never get enough credit. Kevin Zeitler, a guard, tough, nasty. We've got to give him some love.
He's going to float this. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They go play action here on 1st down. Throwing deep for Galladay. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down or more. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 1st down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, but their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll run it with Johnson. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down, Johnson. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And bulldozing through multiple tackles. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And they'll get him down right about the 20. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And it is caught. touchdown, Detroit. Matthew Stafford, 2 touchdown passes in this first quarter. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On second down, here's Barkley. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Better with the Lions than the Cowboys.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick-6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And they turn the pick-6 into a pick-8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right? Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
That makes him now 0 for 2.
It's so bright. I love you. Why is that camera on?
What?
That little camera.
What camera? Drop this, baby. I can't reach the floor.
You're gonna be like this far from the floor and drop it down.
First quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because
That is 24-0
up, so they don't fall
in the first quarter.
behind here in the early going.
On the return, here's Agnew. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The star at nearby Michigan, Jabril Peppers, in on the stop. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The carry now for McKissick. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
He figured if he grabbed my waist,
You know
he
what
put me
really
back.
fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit, thanking him for that much space to rumble.
Make it, Bessie.
I think what I'm gonna do is dice the chicken and put it on the stove.
Here's McKissick. Still going.
Yeah.
And down he goes at the 49. A
That's what I
3-yard
did, baby.
pickup.
That's what I did.
Not much happening there on first down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. A little juke.
Ooh.
He's got a first down and then some inside the 40.
I didn't get ball back. Huh.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Here's Johnson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Wasn't it fun in pregame standing downstairs and watching Matthew Stafford throw the football? I mean, that bad boy just whistled.
He can just rock.
It just whistled by us, didn't it? But what is the one knock on him? Accuracy. And that's what we just saw there, an incompletion on that throw downfield.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's got some space here. And now off to the races down the right side.
They scored on me, baby.
Touchdown,
They scored
New
on me.
York. Saquon Barkley, 69 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate.
At the same time.
Back onto the field comes the offense. Let's take a closer look at Kerryon Johnson. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Right. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Seven. 11.
Stafford on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 10.
Those lemons put some weight on it.
It's good though.
It's not too sour?
Oh.
For the Lions and a first down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 43.
I like it, baby. No.
Johnson.
It's not. Baby.
And not even
It's
back
good,
to the
man.
line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque there.
I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people say, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles, only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense, because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. I'm going to have to think about some misdirection or something to try to get him away from the ball.
Throwing is Stafford. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Stafford. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... This is caught at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So we got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now Johnson. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Second down and goal. Stafford.
And
he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Yeah.
Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Back to throw, Stafford. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. Now, he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground and start to go through the air as much. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this?
Yeah, why do you call like that?
Or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He only has a single solo carry, 1. Numero uno, second quarter. They need to get in the ball more, don't they?
I'm not the greatest statistician in the world.
Yeah, you are.
But a back like that with only 1 carry kind of takes me back to college in the classroom. Not enough evidence to declare what you should do the rest of the game. Give him the ball some more and find out.
Will they incorporate him? We'll find out.
Okay, baby.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40.
Oh, that whole another half to play.
First down Detroit, 16
It's a whole another 20 minutes plus timeouts.
What makes a draw play like that successful?
I'll pause
We
it.
did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there. Making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Why did you...
Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. So we've come to halftime after an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.